Coming up, students back in class at Stoneman Douglas High School, what increased security measures they'll see this year. Plus, the city of Sarasota declares a local state of emergency, what they're trying to do to combat the red tide problem. What local hospitals are doing to try to bring more nurses to this area. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at noon.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Our top story today, it's the first day of the new school year for students at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland. Katrina Bush takes a closer look at the new security measures in place as students try to find a sense of normalcy on campus.
The start to a new school year is here, and so are some big changes, non-negotiable changes when it comes to safety and security after the February shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas. One major update for Stoneman Douglas and most schools, single point of entry, which means one way in and one way out during arrival and dismissal. The superintendent says there are a little less than 100 schools with new entrances still in the works, but he says they're still safe and the updates are on the way. Every campus will also have an armed officer or guardian, someone with a law enforcement background. Officials say once the district gets more funding, they can hit their goal of getting every school a school resource officer. Also on the way, new fences, more security cameras, and all students will be required to wear ID badges on campus. There's also more money in the pot for mental health resources, but that's still not enough for some parents' security concerns.
When my child walks through MSD with her backpack, how are you going to tell me that no one else on that campus is going to have a gun or a knife in their backpack?
And Tuesday, the school board hearing from security experts.
This is what we use to test our clients' metal detection.
Safe Haven International presenting its findings after completing security assessments on all Broward County campuses, recommending upgraded surveillance systems, buzzer access, and adding a chief security officer with a communication center. Also reminding the board that the metal detectors can only do so much.
But if I'm planning an attack, I only have to beat that one time.
Remember to get the latest breaking news and your first alert weather forecast. Download our apps. You can find them in your app store under WWSB or My Suncoast. New at noon, the city of Sarasota now declaring a local state of emergency due to the impacts of red tide on the community. Sarasota County, Manatee County, and Charlotte are already part of a statewide state of emergency. The declaration allows small business owners who have lost money due to red tide to apply for disaster loans. They can qualify for up to $50,000 per business. There's no word yet on when owners could see any money from those loans. Manatee County commissioners say they need help cleaning up dead fish. The county does not have a marine fleet to remove fish in smaller canals and waterways, and county crews can't go onto private property to remove them. So now commissioners are trying to figure out how to help private homeowners get rid of the dead fish that are piling up in their backyards. Starting today, Manatee County will make dumpsters available at Bayfront Park on Anna Maria Island and at 3 county-owned boat ramps. Commissioners are also asking for help from local fishermen willing to help those homeowners who need those canals cleared of dead fish. City of Sarasota closing a public pool due to red tide. Lido Pool will stay closed today and Thursday. City officials blame the overwhelming odor and poor air quality at the beach. They plan to reevaluate pool conditions tomorrow, but in the meantime, the Lido Pavilion and concessions will also be closed through Thursday. And remember to get all our coverage on red tide. You can go to our website, mysuncoast.com/red tide. Let's get a check on the weather conditions out there right now with meteorologist John Scalzi. The beach is just not the place to be, whatever the weather lately, which is a shame.
It is a shame. It's perhaps slightly better as of the last reports from Mote Marine in terms of irritants in the air.
That's good.
So that's good. You know, that's a good sign. And the Florida Loop Current, which has been statistically shown to correlate between the onset of a red tide and there being no red tide, seems like it might be inching a little bit further southward. So perhaps with time, that might be a good sign too. We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. But yeah. It is what it is, right? Yeah, we're dealing with it. We're looking at a lot of sunshine to start out your morning. It was a very pretty start to the day. Not a drop of rain around. A few clouds building in inland areas this afternoon signals the beginning of a sea breeze and the development eventually of a few scattered showers around. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a relatively dry day across the Suncoast for this time of year anyway. We've established that easterly wind, and that is going to be helpful in blowing some of those airborne irritants from the red tide back out toward open waters of the Gulf over the next few days. It won't do much for the location of the algae in the water, but at least it will help with some of the respiratory irritation. Temperatures currently looking at temperatures that are generally in the upper 70s, heading toward the 90-degree mark. That's a good sign. And we have a new subtropical storm, Ernesto, and we'll talk all about that coming up in a few. Scott?
Cross another name off the list. All right, thank you, sir. New at noon, an update on a local criminal courts program to help veterans who get in trouble with the law. ABC 7's Ray Collins checked in with the progress of the Veterans Treatment Court. Ray?
Scott, this actually began a few years ago locally. It has since helped dozens of local veterans. Now, vets make up 1% of our population, but 8% of the jail population. So this jail diversion program attempts to put certain non-violent offenders through regular treatment. As one local judge told us this morning, sometimes the traumatic stress suffered by veterans in war surfaces in their civilian lives.
So being in the service doesn't necessarily in and of itself get you a lenient sentence, but we're recognizing that we've asked a lot of these men and women, and their service has, upon occasion, caused them to end up in the criminal justice system.
Eiten says also some local retired colonels and other veterans are volunteering now to help mentor younger vets who might have lost their way. And by the way, this Vets Treatment Court began 10 years ago in Buffalo, New York. Scott?
All right, Ray, thank you so much. A follow-up now on the Lakewood Ranch State House candidate who lied about her credentials less than 24 hours after Republican Melissa Howard admitted to producing a fake college diploma. She announced Tuesday she's dropping out of the race. Now, her primary opponent, Tommy Gregory, wins the Republican nomination by default and will move on now to the general election in November. The head of the Sarasota GOP says Howard did the right thing by dropping out.
It's going to save the community and the Republican Party a lot of heartache moving forward.
Howard isn't out of the spotlight just yet, though. Florida law states forging a college degree is a first-degree misdemeanor. So now another local Republican leader has contacted the state attorney's office requesting they open an investigation. A local restaurant founder and entrepreneur has passed away. Steve Seidensticker died Tuesday after battling cancer for months. He was the founder of the Tableside Restaurant Group, which includes local favorites like Libby's Cafe, Louis Modern, Oak and Stone, and others. A memorial fund has been set up in his honor with contributions benefiting Miss Susie's Newtown Kitchen, the latest project he'd been working on. Seidensticker was only 65 years old. Still to come in your Suncoast News, could catching up on your sleep be good for your social life? We'll take a closer look at that. And then later, how a little girl managed to buy more than $300 worth of toys from her parents' Amazon Echo without them knowing about it.
Tomorrow at 9 on Suncoast View.
We never miss a chance to celebrate. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll raise a glass with Siesta Key Rum for National Rum Day and celebrate a new version of the Suncoast award-winning product. Sarasota Opera presents performers you might not expect as they wrap up their special summer season. Plus, all-natural nut butters made right here on the Suncoast, and Morton's Market is in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 9 on Suncoast View.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
How do you open tough jar lids? Do you try this one? Or this one? Or how about this one?
Honey?
This is the future. Shouldn't there be a robot for this by now? There is. Introducing RoboTwist, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids. Just set it down, press the button, and watch it work. First, the RoboStrong vise locks down tight. Then the powerful twisting action unscrews the lid. RoboTwist is yours for the special introductory price of just $19.99. That's right, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids, all for just $19.99. Whether the jar is big or small, RoboTwist can open them all. Supplies are limited, so don't delay. Here's how to get yours today.
Call 1-800-347-1073. That's 1-800-347-1073. Or order online at buyrobotwist.com.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
Another pair of satisfied emotions. Looks to me like elation and maybe some amazement. It's part of the Honda Summer Spectacular Event experience. You could say satisfaction comes standard here, just like the Honda Accord comes standard with a luxurious, roomy interior. All at the Honda Summer Spectacular Event.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Accord, 2018's North American Car of the Year.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
88-degree air temperature. We have a dew point value coming in at 73, so there's plenty of surface moisture around, but aloft the air has dried out just a little bit, so that's going to help reduce rain chances a tad today. Plus, our winds have shifted southeast at about 8. That easterly component to the wind has been with us since the start of the day, and that will continue on for the next couple hours, and then we'll start to develop locally near the coast a little bit of a sea breeze. That sea breeze, however, will be kept close to the coast by that general easterly wind flow, and that will bring us our 30% chance of rain showers today, mostly in inland areas. Those showers will gradually drift off to the northwest and maybe tag some of the coastline as they lift off toward areas north and west of where they form, which will probably be along the interstate or even east of that. 10% chance of showers as the heating of the day begins to fade away. Right now, we're looking at a lot of showery activity still in the northern Gulf waters. This trough of low pressure, kind of persistent, is beginning to fall apart, but it's a slow process. And you can see the general effect of that easterly wind on the radar echoes being pushed onshore now along the east coast. Not seeing a whole lot of activity along our coast, but we are seeing a few showers starting to work their way into inland counties from the other coast. So as that sea breeze begins to move inland, it'll bang into, or not, sorry, as that easterly wind moves, the east coast sea breeze moves inland and into our area, we'll start to watch our local sea breeze bang up against it. And as that happens, we'll see the showers and thunderstorms begin to form and kind of press off to the northwest. So there's a chance for everyone to get showers today, but the best chance of rainfall is going to be inland where those storms form. This scenario is going to be with us for probably straight through the weekend, it looks like. So that easterly flow is a good thing in terms of pushing some of that red tide toxin back out into open waters. Won't do much for the actual bloom in the waters, and if the winds shift back to the west, which it looks like they may do again next week, we'll have the same sort of situation that we had earlier this week. High pressure out in the Atlantic providing us with this wind shifts the winds and brings us this new weather pattern, a more typical weather pattern for this time of year. Dry air moves in and we get warmer temperatures consequently. Okay, subtropical storm Ernesto is continuing on a track that bothers only the fish. Moves out into the open waters of the Atlantic and probably dies out by Saturday or so. It really only has a couple of days of any kind of strengthening left in it as this subtropical storm, which means it has characteristics of both tropical and non-tropical systems, lifts off to the north and to the east. It's in an area right now that is somewhat conducive for development. This red contour that you see here is area of least amount of wind shear aloft, so it can grow. But as it lifts through time, it moves into an area, this bluish color, where the winds rip the storm into pieces. So it's not very conducive for development. Short lifespan with this one. And again, no watches or warnings for any land. South wind coming in at about 10 knots today. Nice day to be out on the water. We'll look for a 91-degree temperature today and tomorrow with about a 30% chance of rain. Some drier air moves in, reduces rain chances through the weekend. Then we'll watch the moisture return as we head into next week. Scott?
John, thank you. In Health Smart today, good news for those who want to get more sleep. It turns out not only is sleep good for our bodies, it's also good for our social lives. ABC's Arlette Saenz explains the connection.
Most of us are aware that a good night's sleep can help us lose weight, become energized, and improve our memory. But did you know that sleep can also improve your social life? A new study out of the University of California, Berkeley, in the journal Nature Communications found that people felt lonelier and less inclined to engage with others when they hadn't slept. In other words, the less sleep you get, the less time you want to spend with other people, and the more lonely you feel. Experts also found what they call contagion here as well. Rested people who spent time with those sleep deprived seemed to catch the loneliness and wanted to interact less with the person who didn't get enough sleep. National surveys have shown that nearly half of Americans sometimes feel lonely or left out. Experts hope these results will help us get more sleep and more social interaction. Good sleep seems a plus in another way. Not only will it help you become healthier, better looking, and more alert, but you may also find yourself happier with more friends. With this Medical Minute, I'm Arlette Saenz, ABC News.
Time for lunch. Let's get over to the kitchen. Say hello to ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher, who has a special guest with her today, Nikita Chadwick from Geyer's Sausage Kitchen in Sarasota. Judy?
That's right, and it 'tis the season. Nikita said, what would your theme be? And I said, definitely tailgating. And Scott, you're probably getting excited. There's a lot of things to watch between the Bucks and, of course, Patriots. So many things going on. So what are we going to prepare today?
So today I made stuffed pigs in a blanket. So
Whoa,
cheese.
so you elevated it.
Oh yeah, and wrapped it in bacon, of course.
Cheese, bacon, and it's a pig in a, it's like pigs in a blanket on steroids.
Yeah.
And I am dedicating this to Wish It Was the Weekend Wednesday. So stay with me and Nikita, and we will bring you an awesome tailgating recipe and some great tips coming from Geyer's Sausage Kitchen.
Excuse me a minute. Hi, Dad. No, don't try to get up.
Hi, I'm Julie, a right-at-home caregiver. And if I'd been caring for Tom's dad, I would have noticed some dizziness that could lead to balance issues. That's because I'm trained to report any changes in behavior, no matter how small. So Tom could have peace of mind.
We'll be right there. We have to go.
Hey, Tom, you should try Right at Home. They're great for us.
The right care, right at home.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Investigate TV tackles the tough topics.
What happened to my life was awful.
When your health is compromised, we investigate.
They are really drug dealers in white coats.
Corporate greed exposed.
How do you trust them to run this program?
The powerful held accountable with in-depth journalism led by award-winning journalist Lee Zurich. We're your watchdog. Search Investigate TV on your Roku device. Download it now.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
New at noon, a little girl who knows what she wants and how to get it with the help of Amazon. ABC's Lindsay Davis has the pictures now getting thousands of likes on social media.
You can see it in that devious cat that swallowed the canary smile. 6-year-old Caitlin Lunt posing victoriously next to a towering delivery of boxes outside her Utah home.
All our family came home and the truck pulls up and all these boxes are getting pulled out of the truck.
Nearly $400 worth of toys and games she ordered herself. And Mom and Dad didn't have a clue, all thanks to Amazon.
I love Amazon.
The first grader's mother, Catherine, says it was supposed to be just one box with a Barbie, a prize for extra chores. But when Mom let Caitlin use the phone again, supposedly to check the shipping status, the mischievous mastermind saw her chance.
I let her get on, and then I left, and I wasn't really paying attention. And she got on and ordered close to $400 worth of items. Mostly Barbies and a few dolls and a pony and some accessories.
Caitlin's ill-gotten gains rival this Dallas girl's Amazon splurge with Alexa as her partner in crime. Last year, 6-year-old Brooke used her family's Echo to buy a $160 dollhouse and 4 pounds of cookies.
I just asked her if she could order a dollhouse and some cookies, and she said, "Do you want this?" And I said yes.
Lindsay Davis reporting. Now, Caitlin's mom says that instead of returning all those extra toys to Amazon, she took her to a nearby children's hospital to donate those products from her big order to other kids instead. Nice way to end that. Update now on a nursing shortage that's happening across the state. ABC 7's Marla Spence shows us what's being done locally to attract more nurses to the Suncoast.
22 nursing students were awarded scholarships by the Suncoast Nursing Action Coalition. Those scholarships handed out is in hopes of recruiting more nurses to our area while we face a nationwide shortage. Scholarships totaling in $74,000 went to local students pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree and a doctorate in nursing. Jan Mock, the co-founder of the organization, says hopefully this will reel in more nurses to Sarasota, Manatee, DeSoto, and Charlotte counties.
One of the things we're working on is to make sure we have enough nurses with the national nursing shortage that we have. And we definitely have a shortage in this area with baby boomers retiring and becoming patients now as they get older.
And the effort is not only to get more nurses into the industry locally, but to also increase the number of nursing professors within our area. Damon McIntyre is a student at USF. He says thanks to the scholarship awarded to him, he'll be able to continue his education even after battling a tragic accident that nearly took his life.
That resulted in 19 reconstructive surgeries in hospitals all over Florida, and I had the first-hand experience of being a patient as well as being a first responder before. And while I was a patient, it was the efforts of all the nurses that helped me in my recovery and how much they cared and how compassionate they were that really inspired me to pursue a nursing career.
And Suncoast Nursing Action Coalition is proud to offer those scholarships to those students. Their goal is to increase the nursing workforce by 80% by year 2020.
We have been working with them and partnering since the very beginning of this idea that we need to get more four-year BSNs working in our area hospitals.
I'm Marla Spence reporting for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, back to the kitchen now. Judy's there with her guest today, Nikita from Geyer's Sausage Kitchen in Sarasota. Judy?
You said stuffed our little hot dogs, and I
Yes.
just thought, yeah, even though I don't really watch football, I'm so into this halftime special.
Well, that's what's so much fun with so many parties is the food that comes
Right.
with them. And so this is a staple for our family wherever we go to whatever party.
And you make your own hot dogs and
Mhm.
bratwurst and things
so
like
we
that.
make 5 different kinds of mini versions. So brats, knocks, kielbasa. These are
Look at
Regensburg. Yeah, we have a little bit, and so it's fun.
You do a
You get
variety.
to play.
Okay, so how are we going to stuff them?
So how we want to saute. I have half of a green onion and half or green pepper,
Green
half
pepper.
of and half of a yellow
Nice
onion.
slices, very, very thin.
Very thin, because you kind of want it to fall apart. Because when you're biting it, you know what I mean. You
Right.
don't like when there's something super chunky.
Big chunk.
So yeah, so we have this. I have Jarlsberg Swiss cheese, of course.
Oh yeah, the best,
Yes.
and that's going to give you that kind of pull
Stringy.
of the milk.
Mhm.
Oh, I love it.
So you want to just cut it into little strips like this.
Okay.
So it's not much. You have your hot dog here, and of course your kebab, and this just makes it easier to eat because you can also grill these. These are phenomenal on the grill.
So you've soaked them in water. I usually say a minimum of 2 hours, but I often do it overnight in a dish.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've ever reached in off of like even in the oven or on a grill.
Oh, yeah.
And it falls apart when you go to take it out and then trying to handle its little mess.
And it can burn on the ends
And
too, so it's
really
a
bad.
great thing to just soak them in advance.
It just
That's
makes
the key.
it so much easier. So you just want a couple-inch slit right down the middle.
Using a small paring knife, so it's you don't go
nice and straight.
all the way to the end.
No, you don't want to
Okay.
go because the end is how I skewer it.
Gotcha.
So see, if you can see how it's empty, you can see there's a
Yeah.
hole. So this way you have a little bit more grounds.
Okay.
And while these are still sauteing, I'm going to put some fresh or minced garlic in here.
Yes, good.
We also,
I love
pepper,
garlic.
whatever. Yeah, it's
Garlic
kinda
salt, garlic granules, love it.
anything. Yeah. So you take it, you want to stuff this within here. And then I also, sometimes we put pickles, the Wickles pickles, or there's a great new company, it's called Chill Dill. They're out of Tampa.
Chill dill.
Yeah.
I wish I thought of it. Okay, we're almost out of time, so just walk me through the bacon.
Yeah, so the bacon now you're going to cut, and then once we get this all stuffed and put in here, we're going to wrap it with the dough.
So we'll come back in a
Yes.
few minutes. We'll wrap it with the dough, and we're going to talk about nitrates and nitrites and new
Celery
things
salt.
that are
Mhm.
happening.
Yes.
Exactly, and the celery salt substitute. Stay with us. We'll come back with tailgating fun with Geyer's Sausage Kitchen.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call
800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now,
800-604-0398.
or visit SoClean.com today.
It's summer on the Suncoast, and you know what that means. It's Friday Fest season.
And you are invited.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy some of today's most popular country songs, mixed with a healthy dose of hits from pop, rock, dance, and the blues, August 17th with Sarasota's Rebel Heart.
With high-energy music, food trucks, beverage vendors, and more, it's the perfect spot to enjoy our summer sunset over the bay.
For more information, go to this number or go to mysuncoast.com/FridayFest.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
When ABC7 declares a first alert weather day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Sun Coast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a first alert weather day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A first alert weather day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Coming up, more than 1,000 potential victims of sexual abuse in Pennsylvania. How many Catholic priests are being blamed? Plus, a rising death toll from that bridge collapse in Italy, the early theories on what might have caused it to fall. And a special souped-up delivery of school supplies at a Manatee County elementary school.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 12:30.
Welcome back. Our top story at 12:30, new developments in the effort to cover up more than 70 years of alleged abuse by hundreds of priests in Pennsylvania's Catholic Church. ABC's Emily Rao explains why authorities believe there are more than 1,000 victims.
Hundreds of predator priests, more than 1,000 victims.
The time of telling these victims to keep their truth to themselves has ended.
As some of them wiped away tears, Pennsylvania's Attorney General detailed the bombshell report naming more than 300 predator priests, including one in Harrisburg accused of molesting 5 sisters in one family back in the 1980s.
Predators in every diocese weaponized the Catholic faith and used it as a tool of their abuse.
Some victims sharing their story in a video.
I was groomed starting young.
They targeted me because I was fatherless.
He would always have his hands on me.
The document also details the decades-long cover-up. In case after case, the report says church leaders maintained a circle of silence.
Priests were raping little boys and girls, and the men of God who were responsible for them not only did nothing, they hid it all for decades.
In response to the report, Bishop David Zubik of the Pittsburgh Diocese apologizing to the victims.
I promise to meet with any victim to apologize to them in person and in the name of the church.
As for criminal charges, only a few of the clergymen could be charged. A vast majority of the cases are either too old to prosecute or the alleged abusers are already dead. Emily Rao, ABC News, New York.
Happening today, closing arguments underway in the Paul Manafort trial. Manafort's defense rested its case without calling any witnesses in the tax evasion and bank fraud trial of the former Trump campaign chairman. This is the first trial to emerge from special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. Charges involve Manafort's work as an overseas lobbyist years prior to joining the Trump campaign. Twitter is taking sides with Facebook and Instagram, now suspending conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. A Twitter spokesperson says Jones was suspended for a week after a video he tweeted Tuesday saying it was now, quote, time to act on the enemy. It's not the first time he's been removed from social media. Apple recently removed his full library of podcasts. Facebook has unpublished his pages, and YouTube terminated his entire account. New details now on a suspected terror incident in London after a car hit several people outside of the UK Parliament building. 2 people were taken to the hospital. The driver was arrested at the scene. Surveillance video shows he drove his car directly at pedestrians. The police there are now treating this as a terror incident and still working to find a motive. Now an update out of Italy on that deadly bridge collapse. The death toll rising today to 39 people. A strong storm brought down the bridge in the city of Genoa yesterday. About 30 vehicles were on the affected bridge section when it fell. While storms are partially to blame, police say the bridge was also under maintenance. A structural failure is now being investigated, and the number of casualties is expected to rise. Happening across Florida, a scary moment for train passengers in Deerfield Beach. The train derailed yesterday at the start of the evening rush hour with 200 passengers on board. The train was headed to Miami International Airport when one of the train's wheels fell off at a switching area underneath an overpass. Thankfully, it was moving very slowly at the time and no one was hurt. The president of the local branch of the NAACP is accusing several Manatee County school administrators of discrimination. The group is pushing for the board to open an internal investigation regarding hiring and firing practices in the county's Human Resources Department. Allegations also include employees losing their jobs after filing complaints about how they've been treated. The NAACP says discrimination has been going on for years, but people are only now willing to come forward.
In hiring practices, promotional opportunities, you name it, even discipline. It appears that our white counterparts receive different discipline than black, especially administrators and teachers, different levels of discipline.
We investigate everything. That's what we have multiple attorneys for. That's what the board is for. We'll make sure that it gets investigated thoroughly, and if it warrants action, we will definitely do it.
The NAACP says they plan on bringing the complaints to the Florida Department of Education as well. Those living near a controversial radio tower project in Manatee County are demanding answers. Neighbors claim the county was building the 185-foot 911 emergency tower on county-owned land without telling them about it. Another big concern is a nearby elementary school. Some residents believe the tower is not just an eyesore, but also a health concern for students.
Trying to get the school board members to engage the parents, send them a flyer at minimum, contact the county commissioners showing their opposition, and just help the community relocate this tower to a more suitable location away from the children, the school, and our neighborhood.
The county's been ordered to stop working on the tower for now. Manatee County officials will make a final decision on its fate at a later time. New at noon, students at Palmetto Elementary School sure got a big surprise this morning. $5,000 worth of new school supplies from Feld Entertainment and Great Clips, along with a visit from the Mohawk Warrior Monster Jam truck and its driver, Bryce Kenny. Turns out it's a much-needed gift for these students.
This was absolutely amazing. These students at this school, it's a Title I school, so they struggle, their families struggle with school supplies, and we always are depending on local churches and community members to help us with school supplies. So to get a call that we were going to receive $5,000 and be honored with the monster truck, it was amazing.
The kids received new backpacks, notebooks, pencils, and much, much more, all in time for the start of the new school year. That's a fun day at school.
Don't you know? You ever been in one of those monster truck things?
Yeah, I've seen them. They're something.
It's kind of fun, actually.
Yeah.
I never thought it would be, but I took my kid when he was small, and he's not a kid anymore, but yeah. It was great. It was fun. Good time.
Yeah.
Drier air moved in. That's kind of given us some bluer skies this morning, and a little less rain chance around as well. Easterly wind is now blowing, and well, southeasterly at this point, but rain chances have kind of gone down just a little bit. It was a nice start to the day, and we had a beautiful sunset yesterday evening. I think the sunset this evening will also be kind of nice, so we'll continue to watch that occur as we head into the afternoon. Chances of rainfall are at about 30% today, and as we put the Sarasota Bay webcam into motion, you can notice a little bit of wave activity out there, but not much. It's pretty glass-like, actually. You can see a few of the scattered showers kind of moving into areas of Hardee and DeSoto counties, but nothing really heavy at this point. Temperatures are climbing into the upper 80s, and here's your red tide status. Kind of good news here, I guess. The southwesterly wind shifting to a southeasterly wind, and the reporting stations, according to Mote Marine, are showing a decrease in the irritants in the air. They've gone from many places showing intense amounts of red tide irritant to many places now showing low amounts of red tide irritant. Of course, that can change in a day's time, but that easterly wind will certainly help. Detailed forecast in a second. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. Looking ahead, Senator Bernie Sanders is coming to Florida to campaign for Andrew Gillum on Friday. Gillum is the mayor of Tallahassee and is running for the Democratic nomination for governor. Sanders and Gillum are holding a rally Friday morning in downtown Tampa before heading to Orlando for another rally later in the day. Former Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach Tony Dungy will receive another honor next month. The Pro Football Hall of Fame member will join the Bucs Ring of Honor during their Monday night game against the Pittsburgh Steelers in September. The Bucs went to the playoffs in 4 of Dungy's 6 seasons as head coach in Tampa, and he still calls Tampa home.
Family, our kids have grown up here. We've gotten connected with the community. People ask me now what's my hometown, and even though I was born in Jackson, Michigan, my hometown is Tampa, and that's what you hope for. it's been very, very special, and the night of the 24th is going to put a cap on things.
Dungy is well respected and made a name for himself in the Bay Area with his charity work, even raising 10 kids there, 7 of whom are adopted. Back to the kitchen now. Judy and Nikita are getting us ready for football season.
We are, and Nikita, you're rolling out, what kind of dough are you using?
So pretzel dough.
Oh,
You can use the pretzel, crescent dough, whichever you would prefer. And what I do is I just cut it into strips because it takes some of the dough down.
Gotcha.
You know, when you're at tailgate, you're drinking, you're eating, you don't want to feel
between the nachos and the chicken wings, the calories start adding up.
Everything adds up quickly.
Now, I have to ask you, as you're starting to slice that and do that, what's the difference, because we're hearing it almost daily in commercials now, what's the difference between a nitrate and a nitrite?
Nitrite, yes. So nitrite is something that is like naturally produced by celery and spinach. Like we make meatloaf at the store from scratch, and we hand grind it and everything. And the celery, sometimes our meatloaf will be pink because the celery's holding, it's a natural cure.
Gotcha.
So a lot of it helps keep the prettiness of the product, kind
but
of idea.
It's right. It's using those natural ingredients.
So now,
I love celery.
So nitrites are okay to have. Nitrates are the one that are very dangerous. So I can have nitrites, but nitrates. But at the shop at Geyer's, what we're doing is we're using a lot of celery salt, which picks up, and we're playing with it to find the balance between the sodium and the pure, so that whole thing.
Right.
So we're actually making a bacon that's it has no nitrates, no nitrites. It's made in-house. So that's what I brought actually here.
Okay.
So I prepped them, skewered them, stuck the cheese in. And now what you want to do is just take a little bit of onion and pepper.
Oh, I love this. The mini version
It's a little mini version. And then how you just take it, you just take the strip and you wrap it.
My producer is drooling. I can hear it in my earpiece, okay? They are pretty, And now because you're going to take this no nitrate bacon and you're going to wrap that over the pretzel dough.
And that's all you have to do.
Boom.
So then and then you just a little egg wash and sesame seeds, and they're ready to go.
And they go in the oven.
They go in the oven, or if you're tailgating, like if you're at a Bucks game or something like that, just bring some tinfoil with you and you can cook them straight on the grill. They take 15, 20 minutes done. So once they're all prepped out, I have some here in the oven.
In fact, you pull them out and we'll go and take a break right now, and then we come back, I get the first taste of the day. Score, that's a touchdown.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Get more for your money during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
The Players Center invites you to explore the family dynamic in the classic story of On Golden Pond. The Tony Award-winning play opening August 9th is funny, thoughtful, and brutally honest. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. On Golden Pond is calling you.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
88-degree air temperature. We have a dew point value coming in at 73. 96% feels like it'll probably be up to about 100 again today for your feels like. There's certainly enough moisture around at the surface. 30% chance of rain showers, mostly in inland areas. Some slightly drier air has filtered in. That's kind of reduced the rainfall chances, but we're back to that pattern of inland showers growing and then drifting slowly closer to the coast. Not precisely that pattern because the drift will be more to the northwest as opposed to the due west, but we're developing into that more westerly flow. So we're watching that kind of southeasterly wind flow blowing right now, but certainly an easterly component all day long, and except for the sea breeze here locally. And showers kind of at a minimum in our area. We've got some over on the other coast with the east coast sea breeze kind of being pushed across the state by that easterly wind flow. Once it meets up with our west coast sea breeze, which is beginning to just start to take form, we will watch showers and thunderstorms build. Now, the sea breeze here locally, our west coast sea breeze, is going to be kind of shallow, meaning it won't penetrate too terribly far inland. We'll see, generally speaking, a coverage of about 30% of those showers in inland areas, and some of them will produce thunderstorms. I think probably about 30% of the storms that do form have the chance of being thunderstorms. Wind shift brings this new weather pattern. We'll look for dry air moving in this week. Warmer temperatures as well. Without the rain, you get the warmth. Here's the future cast. We'll put it into motion. It's showing at about 3 p.m. today. The storm's building as the east coast and west coast sea breeze meet right along, just to the east of the interstate. The general motion of these storms will be off to the north and to the west, and a few of them may actually tag the coast, but most of them stay inland. Then overnight tonight, I really don't think we'll see a whole lot of activity near the coast. When you wake up tomorrow morning, should be a pretty pleasant drive time. As far as the weekend goes, well, this humid air, indicated here by the reddish contours, redder is wetter in this image that shows you how much moisture is available in the atmosphere to produce rain. That red color is replaced by these bluer colors of drier air with time, and that should probably reduce our rain chances to 20% or less as we head into the weekend. South-southeast wind turning a little more easterly overnight, 2-foot seas, light chop, and the forecast looks like this. Today, we'll look for about a 91 as a daytime high. Same thing tomorrow, both days about a 30% chance of rain. The drier air continues to slip in. We'll reduce the rain chance a little bit on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, maybe even more than I'm showing here on Saturday and Sunday. Might be some places seeing no rain at all. And then as we head into Monday and Tuesday, we'll slowly start to increase the rain chances one more time. Scott?
Thank you. In consumer news, your credit score may be on the way up in the coming months. Millions of Americans are seeing a boost in their scores after an overhaul in the way major credit reporting firms handle some kinds of information. Under a new agreement with several states, they're removing some non-loan items that went to collection firms, like old gym memberships or even traffic tickets. Delta Airlines is hiring. The airline plans to hire more than 1,000 flight attendants next year. To be a Delta flight attendant, you have to be at least 21 years old, have a high school degree or GED, and be fluent in English, and also be able to work in the United States. But meeting those qualifications does not mean you're guaranteed a job. Get this, last year Delta received more than 270,000 applications for only 1,700 flight attendant job openings. Starting next month, if you want to bring an emotional support animal on a Southwest Airlines flight, it can only be a cat or a dog. Southwest passengers will also need to present a letter from a doctor. Similar rules will go into effect for trained service animals. Only dogs, cats, and miniature horses will be allowed to fly. Didn't know that was possible, but since January, American, JetBlue, Delta, and United have all introduced similar policies after a woman tried to board a United flight with an emotional support peacock. Still to come in your Suncoast News, we'll check in one more time with Judy in the kitchen, and where the band Aerosmith is planning to rock out for their new Las Vegas residency.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
It's not surprising that this would get a little bit chippy, that it would get a little bit intense. Politics is a contact sport, and people will drudge up whatever they can if they think it'll help them win.
State Senator Greg Steube, Representative Julio Gonzalez, and Bill Atkins all vying for Tom Rooney's seat in Congress. I'm Alan Cohn. All three candidates debate at the traffic.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you. ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are. On our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android. Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining. Everyone's buzzing about Suncoast View, live at 9 on ABC 7.
I like watching the Suncoast View.
I like the Suncoast View.
The cooking segments, I love the recipes. The theater segments are terrific.
Join Stephanie Roberts, Linda Carson, and Joey Panic on Suncoast View for hot topics, everyday issues, celebrities, food, fashion, fitness, and everything in between. Nothing is off limits.
They're just fun.
For smart, fun talk in the morning, watch Suncoast View, live at 9. Weekdays on ABC 7. Introducing the ABC 7 First Alert Weather Tracker. This all-new mobile weather lab is just one more way. The team you trust is keeping you ahead of the storms. The ABC 7 First Alert Weather Tracker, sponsored by Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician.
Nikita, you did it. This is just, it delights me. It just makes me giggle. So let's walk through again what you're calling this.
Yeah, so this is our bacon-wrapped stuffed pigs in a blanket.
Yeah. Can it get any better? Wide variety of different sauces, including a bratwurst sauce, which I really love. So let me take a little dunk. I like the mustard.
The mustard, yeah, I love that one. It comes in a little stein, too. Like
I love it. Yeah, of course. So remember, you can get this recipe and so much more by logging on to mysuncoast.com and click on recipes. Nikita, I have to tell you, you have started our tailgating season, and I think everyone here is going to be better for it. Thank you so much.
Happy about. That's what we're here for.
Scott, I'll save one for you, buddy, and shoot it over to you now.
Appreciate that. Thank you both. Coming up later today on ABC 7 News at 4, saving money on your utility bill. We'll hear from experts about what drives your energy bill up and how you can save money without sacrificing comfort. Plus, how Sarasota Memorial Hospital is honoring its very first African-American physician. We hope you'll join us later today at 4. In entertainment news, from the big screen to the concert stage, here's David Daniel with a musical Hollywood Minute.
Imagine John Lennon and Yoko Ono on the big screen. Their 1972 music film Imagine returns to theaters this September, restored, remixed, remastered, and featuring previously unreleased material. Screening locations and other information at imaginefilmtickets.com.
People have a hard time finding me.
Lindsey Buckingham is hitting the road. The longtime Fleetwood Mac guitarist has announced a North American tour and a new compilation, Solo Anthology, The Best of Lindsey Buckingham. The 3-disc set arrives October 5th with a 6-LP vinyl version due in November, and the tour kicks off in Portland, Oregon, October 7th.
Do you foresee any issues in working for a black man? You in the Deep South? There's gonna be problems.
Viggo Mortensen plays a bouncer from the Bronx, hired to drive Mahershala Ali's world-class pianist on a concert tour south of the Mason-Dixon line in 1962 in Green Book. The title refers to their guide to the few Southern establishments that were safe for African Americans in the Jim Crow South. The first trailer just dropped. The movie, inspired by a real friendship, opens in November.
How does he smile and shake their hands like that?
Because it takes courage to change people's hearts.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Ellen DeGeneres' clothing is coming to Walmart. The talk show host's new fashion line will make its debut at the retailer on September 10th. The collection, named EV1, is denim-based and it features jeans, shoes, and shirts. Officials say items won't cost more than $30 each. The clothing will be a fixture within Walmart as new items will be added each season. Walk this way to Las Vegas if you want to hear Aerosmith live, the legendary band announcing its first Vegas residency. The 18-date run has been dubbed Deuces Are Wild. The shows will kick off in April of 2019 at the Park Theater on the Vegas Strip in the new Park MGM and run through July. Finally, looking for a little dessert after lunch? Well, how about mayonnaise-flavored ice cream? Really.
What?
Scotland has millions of people talking on social media about its latest culinary concoction. Ice cream fanatics are traveling from as far away as Chicago and Germany just to try it. And while it's had mixed reviews so far, imagine that, the creator of the new flavor says they want to keep trying out new savory ideas. Some other suggestions coming from customers: ketchup and hot sauce ice cream. Can't we just keep it simple?
Make it illegal. I love Hellman's mayonnaise, but for goodness sake, use it for a BLT, not in your ice cream.
Exactly.
I'll keep an open mind. I don't know. I always thought that the sound of avocado ice cream sounded horrible. Till I tried it, it was good.
Pretty good.
It is, right?
Yeah,
surprisingly.
but mayonnaise, I mean, don't get me wrong, love to slather the mayo on a burger, but no,
Maybe
I'm
good with
sticking
a slice of ham.
coffee-flavored ice cream.
Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone. We'll see you again at 4.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call
800-604-0398.
the SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.